I wonder if there's a way that I could steal my competitors' SEO traffic using ChatGPT. And so I started playing around and I came up with a way that I reckon I can get upwards of 30,000 searches a month direct from organic traffic from Google, right from under my competitors' noses. I tested it and built an SOP for a procedure that I can rinse and repeat to do this time and time again for my websites and my clients. If you want to use this SOP, then please just subscribe to my channel. It's in the comments and the description below for you to start using, and go out there and start executing your SEO heist. And because I don't really like to gatekeep for SEO, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to share this with you today. Initiate Operation SEO Heist. So this is the SOP that I've been creating over the last few days. And it's going to walk you through how you can use ChatGPT to essentially steal your biggest competitors' topical authority and outdo them in Google search. So I'm going to take you through step by step exactly how we're going to do this with ChatGPT and your competitors. And if you want, you can throw in extra help from tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush for some extra data. But I want to start off right at the beginning. And this is a potential competitor's website. It's a solar panel company, or solar boiler, EV heat pumps and stuff within the UK. And they popped up on my radar because they're getting 30,000 organic traffic worldwide to their website. And what was really interesting here was that a year ago they had no top 3 rankings, and now they've got over 200 and getting nearly 30,000 searches a month. So I think I'd quite like some of that traffic, if not all of it, if not more. And another interesting point of this was when I looked at their backlink profile, it wasn't like insanely strong. There's a few regional newspapers. Overall, it's nothing to fear and nothing that I certainly couldn't replicate very quickly. So how are we going to do it? Well, step one, I needed to get a better look at what they had on their website. And we need to go and find their sitemap. So to find most sitemaps, which is going to be a list of all the pages on a website, you can go to their URL at the top here and put /sitemap.xml. Now, for most sites, especially WordPress sites, this is going to bring up their sitemap, their list of all their pages and blog posts and all that sort of thing. Now we can start looking at the core of the website and how they built it. We've got different categories they built out. We've got different pages they have, which they don't have loads and loads of like landing pages for their site. Where they're doing their damage is in their post sitemap, their blogs. And you can see that they've really been stacking content over the last year into this area. And this is the bit that we want to transplant on our site. To do that, we're going to use ChatGPT and this operating procedure I've got. So this comes with all the steps and all the prompts you're going to need to achieve this. So step number 1, extract the keywords from the sitemap. So I have a prompt here that's going to explain to ChatGPT how I want it to go and find the keywords from the sitemap that this site is targeting. And to do that, I've explained that sort of most SEO companies and experts will embed their keywords in the URLs, so it makes them really easy to find. And so along with that prompt, I need to give it this sitemap. Now you can hit right click and save as for this page to get the file and upload it into ChatGPT. But to be honest, to save time, I'm just going to grab all the URLs from the last year for them and start working just as a quick example for this, what we're doing here. But you could go and collect all the URLs and do it that way as well, or upload the sitemap if you've downloaded it into a sort of a spreadsheet or an XML format. Next thing we want to do is we want to paste those URLs into ChatGPT here, because that's the important thing that it needs to siphon off and work with, and let that go to work. As you can see, ChatGPT's going to get for analyzing, and you can see it's starting to analyze the URLs for what we've requested it to pull out. Okay, so halfway through its analysis, it might just give you a sort of sample just to check it's on the right lines. You want to just confirm and say, yes, run the full process. So it's gone and extracted all the URLs and the keyword phrase associated with those, which is great because now we can go on to the next step and ask it to build a topical map with pillars, clusters, and supporting articles. This is going to give us the outline of our content plan of how we can at least match them, and then we can start working on doing a better job than our competitors to go and really build a better topical authority, more of a stronger entity with Google, and then essentially steal their traffic and build on that as we go as well. So the next prompt we're going to put in there is based on the extracted keyword phrase, build a topical map with pillars, clusters, and supporting articles. And it's going to go away and create pillar topics, which are sort of different areas of your content plan. Within those pillars, it's going to give you the different clusters that build up that sort of foundation, as well as the supporting articles in there. So you can start to see here boiler types. It's going to give you a list of keywords and articles that we need to go and produce better than our competitors, basically. And you can see it's built out different. It's built out a boiler topic area, a solar panel topic area, and a window and glazing topic area, which is great already. We can start to see how much work and how we need to structure this content on our website and on our blog to match our competitors, basically. And that's really important, because if we're just scratching the surface and not going as in depth as these competitors, then we can stand no hope of trying to beat them for any of these articles. Going and writing one or two of these articles here and there is not going to beat someone who is building up the strength of content like this. So this is going to give us the foundation of the minimum we need to do to compete in this market. Okay, so it's finished doing that, and you can see the different areas it's come out. Now, there's a lot more to do here, so I'd probably go and pick out one area that is most core for the business I'm focusing on and is going to bring in sort of the best results. So at this point, I'll probably pick out one particular pillar and build that out one at a time. Rather than trying to do everything at once and being stretched, I want to be very narrow and very defined and go deep on particular topics to build an authority in a particular topic before moving on. So for example, we'll do windows and glazing for this example. And we'll go back to our SOP, and it's going to tell us what we need to do next. Step 3, we need to identify content gaps and opportunities. So not are we going to beat this website at its own game, we're actually going to find the gaps and opportunities that it's missing, because that's going to be the real key to scooping up all their traffic. So I'm just going to ask it to concentrate on pillar topic windows and glazing first, and then I'm going to add this prompt in, identify content gaps or opportunities not covered in the logical topical map, in the current topical map. These should be based on long tail searches, semantic coverage, user journey, and search intent. And to be honest, there's a step 3.5, which is, I guess, optional. You can go and do your own keyword research in SEMrush or Ahrefs or something like that, and add this prompt in as well to say, like, I've got this extra keywords which I want to incorporate, and please go and suggest any other content gaps and build the user journey out for me. So we're going to pop that in there and let ChatGPT carry on doing the heavy lifting and analysis for us. So it's going to look at long tail opportunities, semantic topic coverage, the user journey as well, which is a lot of people miss that. They just sort of start writing for keywords and don't really build out the user journey for their content, as well as informational, commercial, and transactional intent keywords. And so we can see now this content gap analysis is looking at what the existing stuff is and mapping it out and seeing what's sort of missing and some example keywords that we should be incorporating, or maybe not even keywords, the topics that we should be talking about in terms of like everything our customer would want to know on the subject, and everything that an expert entity should have in there. So we can see in its analysis, the current content has solid coverage, comparison cost. However, it's light on energy performance ratings, noise reduction, security features. So these are areas that we can now attack with our website that are going to beat our competitor. So we're going to match them, and we're going to match them, and we're going to take advantage of the gaps they're missing. So it's done that analysis now. Again, you can add your own external keyword research in there if you want. And now we move on to step 4, where we're going to finish off our sort of completed topical map. Now merge the original topical map, identified content gaps, and my external keyword research into one topical map. Make sure all items are categorized as pillar, cluster, and support. So this is going to give us our sort of completed research, which we can then transfer into an actual plan. Just going to tweak this because I didn't put external keyword research in there. I just wanted to keep it clear and simple. So we're going to let it run away. We're going to let it merge it all up. And it's also going to make sure these new opportunities we spotted are clustered nicely into our original topic content plan. And you can see our windows and glazing now. We've got the different areas. We've got window types and styles, with the cluster, the main article at the top of that cluster, and then supporting content. And again, it's going to go through all the different areas. And you can start to see how you can build out these really rich SEO content plans that are just going to go and crush it, that no one's going to be bothered to match the depth that you're going to go in here. Is it missing keyword volumes and research? Yes. And we could go and validate some of these ideas with that. But honestly, looking at the traffic that they've got, we know we're going to get traffic if we execute this well. We know there's 30,000 searches a month and more there if we go and execute this. So you can take that and start doing some, I guess, SEO forecasting based on the data and the information that we've already got as well, if you want to go and validate all this stuff. So here we've got the full final cluster and supporting articles that's going to make us a topical authority in our niche. There is a step 5 on here that's just convert the topical map into a spreadsheet, because we want it in a bit more of a workable format, don't we? As it said here, actually, would you like exported to a Notion page, Google Sheet, or Word doc format? Can prioritize it based on. So I've asked it for a spreadsheet, and I want to put it in hierarchical order with columns for topic, content gap. And I also wanted it to put in if it's a content gap subject, so we know whether we need to match them on content or this is a completely new topic area that we can take advantage of. And even if you want to go steps further, you can say prioritize it based on search volume. We don't have the search volumes in there, so it can't really do that accurately. But internal linking maps is something that would be really great as well. Although you can kind of see how you would internally link these different clusters together with really tight internal linking for all these different clusters. So here we go. It's finished working, and you can see here's our spreadsheet with our content requirements, whether there's a content gap, yes or no. You can see the yeses down the bottom here, that we've got opportunities. So you can see if we want to become the topical authority in this ground, in this area of Google, then we've got 45, 50 articles to write and strategically link together and get published on our website.